Hi, my name is Karen Holmes. I'm the founder and director of the World Peace Organization for the One World Government. Today I wanted to talk about hell, about revenge being hell. You're going to find that the people who are the leaders of the Republican Party are going to be going down into hell, basically. Circular thinking patterns that they have to do something but they don't know what to do. The last stage of hell, you could say, Dante's Inferno, is that the last level is that hell is kind of a sense of torment. And people are in crisis now. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about that today and what they can do to get out of their crisis. Okay, so let's compare this a little bit to be like an alcoholic relying on alcohol, or a diabetic relying on food or whatever alcohol to make themselves, to get compassion. Okay, each of the 7 deadly sins has to do with, is deadly because a deadly sin because somebody dies. Sometimes it's somebody else and sometimes it's the person who's playing it, but it's always the person who's playing it because they think that they can get their life by relying on the games rather than on relying on the principles of creativity. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. Donald Trump and the Republican Party and being in hell. Why they're in hell? It's because of the revenge. When you look at Donald Trump and what he has done to bring together all of his followers, but mostly I'm going to talk about you could say all of his followers, but the top level of the Republican Party is getting revenge. Okay? And the problem with revenge, the main problem is it doesn't work. It's not a tool that you can use for creating your life, but yet people think they can get their life by getting revenge. And what happens is that the pentacle of power, it's when you draw a star shaped, and I've talked about this before. What happens is nobody has the same goal. They get revenge. 5 different people get together, and it doesn't have to be together. 5 different people are getting revenge, or groups of people are getting revenge on one individual, and it becomes like a character defamation campaign. An example of this is racism. You think if you can put somebody down, you can judge them, and if you can judge them, you believe that you can take what's theirs. And if you can take what's theirs, then you can own them, control them, and manipulate them, and use covert or overt actions against them. And then if you can do that, then you can deny them a voice, even in their government. Problem with it is that's one of our inalienable rights from God, is to be able to have a voice in our government. We have a right to do that. And when you take away somebody else's rights, you lose your rights. So this last wall of hell is when you have got revenge and revenge and revenge and revenge, and you're fighting. It's like, and then what happens is you don't get your life by getting revenge. And the last idea is that, what's so hard to explain to them, is that they already got what they wanted. The revenge, like Donald Trump, he's playing the game of lust. He's been accused of sexual assault. He's been accused of what he's doing, of outsmarting people. People think of him as being not very intelligent, but somebody said the other day in the news that he's wily like a fox. So basically it's like what he wants by getting revenge against the Bidens, the Obamas, and the Clintons, is that he believes that he can get a voice and abundance. That 5-pointed star is what allows him to get revenge But the revenge is a means to an end to get a combination of a voice and abundance. So he's tweeting all the time. He got kicked off of social media for tweeting all the time and coming up with all these weird things. Okay, to some people it was okay, his supporters, because they were getting revenge too, and abundance. Okay, so they call him a grifter. He's lining his pockets, which is what dictators do. They line their own pockets. They're getting revenge on their adversaries. Okay, now the same thing happens with everyone who plays the games. Okay, now we're going back to revenge is hell. Revenge is Dante's version of the ninth wall of hell, and people just play this game. Now, Brett Kavanaugh has also been accused of sexual assault. Okay, on various levels, So basically, what he wants is a voice and abundance too, and he's getting revenge. During his confirmation hearings, he got revenge on, and then that allowed him to become, when Lindsey Graham heard that he put down the Bidens, it was the Clintons, wasn't it? That was a shocking statement for him to make, the Clintons. But that allowed Lindsey Graham to go, all right, he's our boy. Okay, I'm going to stand up and defend our boy. He passed the test. Now, the thing of it is revenge is not a tool for creating the life you want. It's backwards. So then what happened, the last wall of hell is the torment associated with it. And the torment comes because they already got what they wanted. It wasn't that they wanted the abundance and that. That's what they want that in their life, but the tool is not the right tool that you use. Say you want to build a house. You don't use or drive a beautiful car. You don't drive it in a demolition derby. It doesn't work. You end up with nothing. So that's what it is Trump already got what he wanted. He really doesn't want to be president of the United States. He just thinks he wants to, because that's power, and he wants power. It's a power grab, a power game. And I know that this is pretty obvious, but he's already got what he wanted, and that's the hell associated with it, that he's already got what he wanted. I've been working on, over the last week, I haven't done a video for a little while. I've been working on editing my books and getting them ready for the first government proposal for the exit strategy for Iraq. It's a very large body of knowledge that we're working on for this one, but it has to do also with, you could say Trump is the ultimate conclusion of it, but George Bush is actually the person who started this with the exit strategy for Iraq, the preemptive strike in Iraq. It went against the idea that somebody is presumed innocent until proven guilty. So by ignoring the idea that Saddam Hussein, there were no weapons of mass destruction found in Iraq by Hans Blix, what happened was he got revenge against an innocent person. There were no weapons of mass destruction, so it collapsed our power base. And that set the stage for Obama, and it set the stage for Donald Trump to be president of the United States. So we're going back and we're looking at revenge, how it works, why it doesn't work. We're looking at torment, because George W. Bush has basically been kind of in a torment situation for a while. He got what he wanted. He got revenge, but it wasn't necessarily what he expected to get. He played the game of envy by putting his dad on a pedestal, George Herbert Walker Bush on a pedestal, and that collapsed. That allowed him to judge other people to be axis of evil. Okay, so now the first step is this revenge, and what I'd like people to do is to stop to consider that revenge doesn't work on anybody. It's in the Bible it says, Lady Gaia, it says, "Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord," and that's who my books are mostly. I've worked on a book called The Pentacle of Power with Lady Gaia, and just Lady Gaia is the one who came through that. But I've worked with Alexander Hamilton and Seth, my guides. They were the original, the most, the ones who put in the most effort with these books. And so they're going to be coming out and explaining all of this and how it works, because I'm not going to be able to, in this video, tell you the whole thing. Okay, so now that's what I wanted to talk about, is Donald Trump he wants to become president again. He already got what he wanted. He got revenge. He didn't get to become president again. He got revenge, and by doing that, he won't become president again. The only thing that will happen is that he'll just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and anyone who gets revenge, that's what's happening in our organization right now, is that a pentacle of power has been built against the organization by the people who want to get revenge. They want their money, they want their power, they want their respect, they want their voice, they all the different things they want, and they're not getting it. You cannot get your life by getting revenge. And so we've actually had people who have died because they have been getting revenge. Revenge is hell. That's basically where you end up in circular thinking patterns. That what happened? I don't know how this happened. So I would like to save the lives of the people who, like Donald Trump, who are getting revenge, and explain that that's not how it's going to work. Now the contingency is this. So let's say you're going along and thinking that by getting revenge you can get your life, and it goes down. You go after an innocent person and you collapse your power base. You're not standing on the principles of universal law. You're breaking universal law. You're fighting the universe and you can't win. And then what happens is you hit the point where it doesn't work anymore. You're in hell. Down there. You're in hell. And then what happens is that you have to stop getting revenge, and then you have to start building yourself and to come out. And that's what these books are. Out of the Abyss and Into Life explains how to unravel all these ideas, and then how to climb out of the abyss. What does it take to climb out of the abyss? Okay, so this is the body of knowledge that we're working on right now, and I'm just going to give you just this very short synopsis about it, and then if you're interested in it, you can, when the books are ready to come together. The first step in the exit strategy for Iraq proposal which ends the Iraq War, is that the professional publishing team has to come together. Now, everybody in the organization many people are getting revenge. This stage of the planning process is called herding cats. It's basically impossible to get anybody to work together. They're running all over. It's kind of like getting they're pirates, they're slavers, they're doing all these things because they're playing the game of revenge. They think they're going to get genocide. They're doing these things. Totally illogical. And basically it's because they're down in the abyss and they're trying so hard to make this happen. This is the danger where we are in right now as a nation and the planet. So basically that's where we are now. The revenge is hell. To come out of the abyss, we have to follow that idea of out of the abyss and into the life. And then what happens is then the next contingency is that the United States work to undo the damage we've done. And this is the really, really hard part associated with this. This is where George Bush is going to be, is working to undo the damage he's done because he realized that what he did didn't help him get his life. He wanted, as playing the game of envy, what he wanted was a combination of respect and abundance. And like an oil man, respect and abundance. Didn't happen, but he got his revenge against Saddam Hussein, and it completely backfired on him. So let's let this be a lesson as we look not so much at Trump anymore, or the Republican Party, or Brett Kavanaugh, who's coming up. He's hitting one crisis after another, and let's just consider that to be revenge doesn't work. So no revenge. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe. Especially share this information. If you know anybody who's getting revenge, say, you can't get your life by getting revenge. It isn't working. Said it's not a tool for creating your life. You can't. You're driving in a demolition derby, not winning the Indianapolis 500. Okay, so go help somebody who's in crisis right now, who's in hell. Torment because getting revenge. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe because this information is important for your friends and your relatives. Thanks.